In this part of the Sculpto video introduction, we are going to talk about the hot end. And the hot end, well that's I'm sure there's a specific part of it that's called that, but for me that's like this bit. Yeah. So my husband is the one I usually call on to do stuff with this. But he's actually taught me how to get this thing off, this bracket, because I should perhaps show you the subside of this. And go. Okay. So this is what mine looks like currently. There's a lot of stuff under here. Yeah. Okay, so there are some wires going into it, and there is this silicone sock which keeps the heat in and everything else out. And that is part of the nozzle which is connected to the hot end, I guess. So I'm going to try and show you how you can get at things. My husband simply pushes down a nail, but I am not sure mine are up for it. So I've found this just flat screwdriver end, and I look for which of these two, probably put you closer, which of these two have the biggest distance. For me, I can see this is it, which means I can fit my screwdriver end in here. And see if I can do this one-handed, and then just pop it out. See? Not too difficult. I could do it one-handed. I'm so great. And I think at this point I will probably need two hands. So I'm just gonna see if I can adjust a little bit here. Okay, so when you have it out here, you can move it out just enough that it lets go of the thing under, and then you can just move it up. Because this has this ridge here, and that is what is keeping this part from falling down, basically. I mean, it can be a little stuck, but basically it is what's keeping it up. So if you don't have it on and you start printing, there is a risk that this will basically fall down that way. Again, you can have the Bowden cable in or not. Some people will prefer to have that thing off when trying to deal with the Bowden cable, because that way you can actually get to things. And if you need to move things down, just gonna, there we go. Okay, and then we start seeing these little blue wires here on top. These are a little frailer than the other ones. Mine has, I don't think we've had this one out yet. So I see a little bit of plastic etching there. But right now it's coming down this far. It's sufficient for what I can tell you. The silicone sock here, you can just pull it off if you need to replace it. I recommend having like a flat screwdriver or something to help push it back up, because if you see here, I've pulled it down, and then you might need the flat screwdriver to just push the edges in, because these have these things that go up and around, and those up and around are what's keeping it up. Yeah, if you take everything out, and I don't feel like doing that because, well, mine is currently working, there's no reason to mess with things that work. But if you have filament stuck, you might need to heat it up at some point, but I recommend that when you're fiddling with this, you make sure that it's cool, because otherwise accidentally touching that, well, it will hurt. Yeah, well, this one screws apart from the bottom bit. This one, it shouldn't be the warmest part. That should be the one down here. Yeah, I think that's about it, what I can tell you about the hot end. But let's just put things back together. Might want to see me struggling with that. So basically you push it up, make sure none of the wires are stuck, and then you, with the rich downwards so it holds everything up, you basically just put it back on. Yeah, put it down so that it's actually holding it up, and then just click it back in place. Yep, all done. Oh dang, I missed a thing. It's about the hot end. If you get a vertical line that wobbles, you will want to check these two. These have to be tight. The other three over there, they don't really matter much. They're just to keep the lid in place, which is to keep the thing with the spring in place, and these two metal things. And it doesn't have to be on extremely tight for that to happen, but these two, they keep the print arm from wobbling. So if these two are not tight, then you get all these weird wavy lines going up. Just, now you know that too.